2007, somebody told me na, "Sister, you might want to visit this place." So when I visited Ronggot, and I said, "Oh, this is a good place." And eventually, we find that this is a good community to really partner with, no? And actually, the main problem there in Ronggot is really because they are prone to floods, no? Because you see, they are really near the lake, and when there are typhoons, then they are the ones who are greatly affected. It's also the health problem because you see their community is far from the hospital. So when they are sick, it's good this time they have already the road, the access of at least, no, the transportation. But before, 3 years ago when I came here, there was really no road, and when they want to go to at least here, for hospitalization like that, they have to take the boat. That's why during those time that the water was really high, they went to the evacuation center because there's no other way. They cannot wash, they cannot cook, they cannot drink anything because there's no access of water, clean water.
Pag evacuation, sa evacuation mahirap.
Tapos,
Tapos
sige, tapusin niyo.
hirap tapos sa paggawa. Grabe.
Nasira po yung bahay. It's very hard for them to live in the evacuation center because they are sharing ilang pong pamilya sa isang
Kwarto?
classroom?
19.
Because they are living in a one classroom for 19 families, and the main problem of the parents was their house was destroyed during the typhoon.
We can say it, their main problem, no, it's really that their houses were destroyed during typhoons, no. So of course many of them lost their houses. That's one thing. One of their preoccupation is, what now that we lost our houses, we have to stay here in the evacuation center for how long? Where shall we go? So that's one thing. That's one of their concerns na they would say, um, what would happen to us? Actually, I rescued them, the elderly. I rescued them. There were 3 elderly here who cannot really move. During that time, I cannot really be comfortable staying there without coming here. So I used the boat. I called the men. Come, let us rescue these people.
Sa bahay
Sa
na
puso, marami talaga sa amin
Oo,
puso.
there's-
Panglaban ng panglaban.
we are encountering dirty water, and sometimes it's very hard for us
Hindi pwedeng iinumin.
to get. It is not better for drinking.
Ngayon, dito sa Lecheria, iniigibin nyo. Hindi igib naman doon sa
They
Lawasa.
are fetching water from the city hall, from the barangay hall, clean
Yeah.
water for their drinking water. They are not buying it, but they need to go to far place.
all of them, they already have a container, that blue one, because they use it as drinking water. So when they come here, they buy at least to refill that container, and it costs them 30 pesos. And that 30 pesos is already consumable for 3 days. So at least for a regular family of 5 to 8 members, uh, that's why they also have to save. Even drinking water, they have to save it that it may last until 3 days. That's how precious water is for them.
Na takot po ba kayo lalo na magkaroon ng bagyo na lalong maapektuhan yung mga anak niyo? Yeah, she was scared during the typhoon that her children might get skin disease and ano pa na yung nasakit.
Sa pagtatasuka, bago yung sa mga balat-balat.
She quite scared that her children might get skin disease and then diarrhea and stomach eh.
Mahirap,
Hindi.
Masarap
Nagkasakit
naman
ng
yung
alipunga,
pamumuhay.
maraming nagkasakit.
Sa-
Mahirap na masarap.
Nagkaroon po ba ng sakit yung mga bata?
Oo, lalo na po.
Okay, their children got sick and their financial problem because they cannot easily go back to work. Meron po ba kayong mga nakilala na nagkaroon ng mga mga sakit sa balat? Sakit sa balat lalo na nung bumaha.
Wala naman ako naaanuhan din.
Ano po nga?
Yun lang.
Sa fungi, and then the allergies
Yung kagat ng hanip, ano bang English mahal?
because of the pesticides.
Hindi po. Ano sabi niya, she doesn't know. It is itchy, but she doesn't know if it has an infection.
You see, they don't have the access of, first, clean water. Second is the food that they are eating. They only eat every day. They have the fish, they have the kangkong, and that's all. That's why sometimes if we go to that area, that place, we also bring foods that are not really, at least those that they don't eat every day. So that's one thing. The food intake, the weather. Right now, I can already feel that even if we cannot really provide their material needs, because you see we're also limited. But at least in other ways, we can feel that they are receiving from us, but we are also receiving so much from them. So somehow there is already this feeling of, yeah, they believe that they are also the children of the same father. That's one thing that help us really to reflect more, move ourselves to really think of the programs that can really help them in a long-term basis. Because what we see, what we observe is that they are the right persons, but they are in the wrong place. You see, that place is not really a place to be inhabited for, at least, you can see that it's near the lake, and every time there is typhoon, they experience like that, and then the children are already in trauma every time there is typhoon. So somehow we find that they should not be there in the first place. And that's also their preoccupation, because they know that they should not be there, but they have no choice. There's no place for them. They cannot do it themselves alone. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge to extend our help, to be in solidarity with them, to think of programs that can really help them live a better life. Right now, we want to strengthen first their livelihood, and then education, because we find out that really education is very important. It's so hard when the children are not educated. It's so hard when they don't know how to read and write. How can they in the future? So that's one thing, helping them through education, sustaining their livelihood, and also strengthening their formation, spiritual formation. We are trying to help them through education. At least all of them may have an access of education. But you see, right now, they have only one building, school building. That's a multi-grade building. One of the things that I've been trying to coordinate with at at least the barangay captain and the city government is assistance towards education, and yet to be able to provide this educational assistance they have to have a building, but you see the place is not also good for building big buildings like that because it's a flood prone area, so there are many things to consider.
Tulong na gustong-gusto mong makuha na pwedeng ibigay ng iba. Tulong.
Gusto ko lang makapagkalit sa
I want my children to pursue their studies, especially in higher education.
pagkalit. Kasi gusto
College.
nila
My children really want to pursue their studies.
May kabang isa sa amin, nalaman mo naman mapapag-aral ka niya. Tutulungan tayo para magkatrabaho at plano. Magkabay